If you want to support the channel, please consider becoming a member today. Members get early access to videos, access to all the stream VODs, and exclusive access to emotes as well. So if you'd like to support the channel, become a member today.
I believe that, my God is the true God, but that doesn't mean I'm going to disrespect people. And here's Logan being the complete polar opposite.
This is literally feelings over facts right now, by the way. This is the conservatives just on the side that usually the liberals would be on. The who cares about your opinion? Who cares about your beliefs? You should swallow what you think for the sake of somebody else's feelings. Because when it comes to why can't we just be respectful in regards to pronouns, they can never do that. Apparently that is a massive moral issue for them. But when you don't believe in Christianity or religion, you should just kind of idly stand by and be like, I respectfully disagree, and here is why. Although your sky daddy who endorsed slavery might actually be real and legit, let me explain gently why I disagree. No, that. Brett Cooper dropped a video titled Logan Paul ridicules Christianity. So, first time I might ever be saying this in my life, but, Logan Paul based in Red Pilled?
Comment section, I'm Brett Cooper. So, YouTuber Logan Paul, he has recently established a reputation of ridiculing his friends and guests on his shows for their morals and their religious beliefs that he disagrees with, which is a terrible thing.
So based. It's not like your entire channel is literally built around you talking about people's ideals and principles and morals that you disagree with or anything, right, Brett?
To get a reputation doing. Now, the internet has collectively started to hate him for it, which was honestly nice to see in today's society where Doja Cat and Sam Smith are considered normal. But what's even better to see is that instead of letting Logan embarrass them for their beliefs...
How are they considered normal? Sam Smith is a celebrity. He's a millionaire who dresses up all weird and for publicity a lot of the times. Nobody says this person is normal. He's not normal. Millionaires aren't normal. What? I'm in pain.
Beliefs and shame them into silence. Two of these creators who he's ridiculed have completely left their secure, successful positions working...
Hunter pot meat kettle? No, I don't shit on other people for crapping on ideals they don't agree with because I do the same thing. But Brett is literally trying to say it's bad that Logan Paul has this reputation, even though she does the exact same thing. Everybody who talks about politics on YouTube is usually crapping on the other side, at least to an extent.
Around him to lean into their beliefs even further, which I of course think is awesome. Not falling into the mainstream trap of ditching your morals and what you believe in is something that is incredibly rare today and should be celebrated. But before we get into this story, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and ring that notification.
No, we don't want to subscribe.
Bell so that you never miss trying to embarrass and ridicule his best friend at the time, George Janko, on their podcast Impulsive. Just listen to this.
We pick on each other and other things, it's totally fine. Like you suck at comedy, I get that. Everybody knows that. All that stuff. But when it comes to religion, you have to tiptoe.
No, I don't.
Why? Really? This is the clown already? Dude, Logan Paul is so based right here. Yeah, no, I'll never tiptoe around your little fantasy, okay? I don't give a shit. I don't care if for you it brings you comfort or whatnot. That's fine. You can believe what you want. But if you're on a podcast with me or we're talking about things, no, I'm not going to mince words because you're all powerful, omniscient God. Can't handle a little bit of mockery, apparently. No.
No, I don't.
Well, I do with anybody. And by the way, you brought up like Muslims and Jews. Dude, I sit at synagogues and talk to rabbis all the time and pick their brains. I sit with Muslim people. They're most peaceful people. We went to Saudi Arabia.
Right? I want you to say it right now.
Who's right?
Whose God is real?
My God is real in my eyes.
Not Allah.
I don't believe that Allah is real in my eyes.
A lot of Muslims would disagree with
so that would be disrespectful.
But does that mean I have to disrespect their beliefs? No. And you're so like power
if you say you don't believe their God is the true God, that's a disrespect to their belief in a way.
Driven that you will mow past your friends and family without knowing.
If I say something, I've said it intentionally. Can you give an example of
one that really hurt me is you told me I need a therapist because I believe in Jesus.
Which is literally something that Logan Paul said.
What do I need a therapist for then?
Jesus isn't doing it for you. And I
what do I need a therapist for?
I don't believe you're as emotionally mature as you could be.
So his friend...
Oh, wrong. He did not say you need a therapist because you believe in Jesus. He said you need a therapist because Jesus isn't doing it for you. Jesus isn't helping you enough so that you could be more emotionally mature with therapy. That's what he said. Listen to that dishonest clipping, dude. And Brett is right here going along with it. What a dishonest hack.
Is literally saying, I am interested in religion. I'm interested in other people's religious beliefs. I respect them. I believe that, my God is the true God, but that doesn't mean I'm going to disrespect people. And here's Logan being the complete polar opposite. And just saying, no, just because you believe in Jesus, what gives you the authority? It's completely misrepresenting George's beliefs and what he's trying to say. But that's not all. Here's another clip.
I'll be honest with you, bro. Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. You bashing me in front of a group of people for my beliefs is not right. Genuinely, I know people that hate me, that treat me better about my faith than you, and you're my best friend.
Definitely questioning why we have to perpetuate a belief that is silly.
That thing that George said is incredible.
This is literally feelings over facts right now, by the way. This is the conservatives just on the side that usually the liberals would be on. Who cares about your opinion? Who cares about your beliefs? You should swallow what you think for the sake of somebody else's feelings. I don't care if somebody feels disrespected or not. If the conversation is about religion, I am going to not mince words on that. So that's my philosophy. I thought that was the conservative philosophy because when it comes to why can't we just be respectful in regards to pronouns, they can never do that. Apparently that is a massive moral issue for them. But when you don't believe in Christianity or religion, you should just kind of idly stand by and be like, I respectfully disagree, and here is why. Although your sky daddy who endorsed slavery might actually be real and legit, let me explain gently why I disagree. No, that. Stop being a pussy. Don't talk to me if you don't want to hear my true opinion.
Incredibly powerful that there are people that hate him, but are more respectful about his religious beliefs than his best friend. That's not great. That's not a good look for Logan whatsoever. And he got torched online for this. One person said, what type of friend is this? He's mocking George's faith and tries to cancel him. Another person said, Logan Paul shows his true colors.
Where was he trying to cancel him? Disagreement is now canceling? Man, you guys are liberal pussies. You guys are like the biggest beta cuck soy boys around. My God.
Absolutely disgusting way to talk about somebody's religion, especially a friend who you love. Shameful. Another person said, Logan Paul lost my respect, man. Don't you ever disrespect another man's religion. I'm proud that George kept a level head during this conversation. Disgusting behavior from Logan, and he needs to learn from this. And I think one important note.
I love this. Look how mad people are online. Brett, as you know, as a big conservative myself, I am really against cancel culture. And I don't like that you're trying to cancel Logan Paul right now. I don't like that you're bringing up a bunch of wokey liberals who are trying to cancel Logan Paul by just getting mad at him on Twitter. I don't appreciate this, Brett. So for that very reason, I disagree. I am on Logan Paul's side because I'm against cancel culture.
Is that Logan was not trying to have some productive conversation about faith or learn about George's faith or push back on questions, things that he's been working through. He has no interest in understanding. His entire premise is, this is silly. Why do you believe in it? I'm going to shit on you.
I love unproductive debates where the entire thing is, this is silly and I'm going to shit on you. Yes!
For believing in Jesus, in God. He was combative and he just wanted to fight. And it wasn't even like George was saying anything provocative about Christianity. It wasn't like he started jumping on, the Christian beliefs surrounding abortion. If he did, though, he should have brought up preborn. According to a recent report, Planned Parenthood continues to rake in billions despite dwindling clients. And the biggest
Why do they always go so abruptly into an ad? This video is sponsored by Planned Parenthood. Now you can get fetal cells shipped straight to your door.
Now, even though he did not bring it up, I would have loved to see what Logan would have done if George had brought up any of those hot button issues, because I think it would have caused a lot more chaos. If he was pressing George to go deeper for a good reason and, create some kind of productive dialogue, it would be a totally different story, and I would respect that. But he was backing his friend into a corner for no good reason. Another person commented and said George should really reconsider his friendship with Logan. Exactly. And spoiler alert, he did. Regardless of your own
Wow, I thought that you shouldn't be cutting people off just for simply disagreeing with them. I tell you, man, the left is unhinged.
Beliefs. You shouldn't ever ridicule your best friend for what he believes, especially not on a platform with millions and millions of people viewing. If he does this online,
you should never ridicule. Maybe ridicule is fair, but pushing back, giving criticism of what a friend believes is completely valid and respectable behavior if you're actually a true friend.
Imagine what he says to George when the cameras are off. It actually reminds me a lot of folks that I knew while I was in college who I considered good friends. This was like the group of people that I hung out with the most. And we all got along, we had fun together, I knew them for a while, but I was consistently and constantly ridiculed for my values and for things as stupid as being from the South, which is apparently looked down upon by people from big cities and on the West Coast. I dealt with
I hate Southern scum. Ugh. Confederates.
remarks in group chats to loud, drunken proclamations of my backwards nature at parties, like public proclamations of things that were not true. And I just took it all because I thought that it was normal and I didn't want to rock the boat. My mother and brother literally had to tell me those are not your friends. Those are not things that friends do in order for me to go like, oh, I've been so conditioned to think that this is totally fine and that I just need to take it. But I literally had to be shocked out of it. It doesn't matter if these people still hang out with you and on the surface treat you fine. Friends do not treat you like that. Friends do not do what Logan did to George. You shouldn't have to take it.
I don't know about that. I mean, at least maybe the clips we saw, nothing seemed that bad, but it is silly. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that you think something is silly.
I'm glad that I decided not to take it, and George Janko decided he did not want to take it either. So instead of folding under the societal pressure to just cave and stay in his position of power and, financial security by being around Logan, he left. He felt disrespected, and he separated from Logan and the show. This is what he tweeted earlier this year. He said, to all the Impulsive fans, I am so sorry that I can't speak about things. Not my choice. That's never a good look. I do love you guys, and for those of you sending me the clip of them talking shit, it's all love. I've already moved on from that toxic environment. And even after being embarrassed and ridiculed by his best friend, he still does not speak ill about him. It's not that he's just avoiding talking about it. He does not throw Logan under the bus.
The whole internet right now is asking me the same question. It's like, what's going on with you and Impulsive? And it's so hard being in it. This is my first time I ever mentioned it. Mm-hmm. This is very hard to bring up drama because I'm not a drama channel, bro. Yeah. I also don't me and them have a little tension between us right now, but I'm not going to go out and dog them online or talk ill about them. I have a disagreement with them. So I get what you're saying. It's very uncomfortable when people want to know so much that you're like, that's just not how I work, bro. I don't even tell friends that are passing what's going on in my life. I deal with it like a man, the way my dad told me, deal with it, handle it between you and the people. And if that's not working out, then sell it to TMZ. And I'm just kidding.
It's a good ending. Somebody commented and said, George never really fitted in there. He's too much of a real person, down to earth with morals and standards. And that certainly does not paint Impulsive in a good light. So it's no surprise that George left. And now he started his own podcast.
That doesn't paint this podcast in a good light. Random comment number 159. This isn't looking too good for Logan Paul.
Called The George Janko Show, where he talks openly about his beliefs. He's not censored, he's not ridiculed, he talks about it with passion. It's a great time, but he is not the only one who has made this transition. Another huge example of somebody sticking with their morals online is the creator Jidon, and his story actually also starts with Logan making fun of him on his podcast. Now, Jidon had not really been too outspoken about his faith or his beliefs in the past, but he got questioned about his faith while on Logan's podcast, and this is what happened.
So you believe in God because he got you subscribers?
No, I believe in God because of just what he's done in my life.
He got you subscribers?
Not even that. No, it's just I was in a very dark place. I did not know where I was gonna go. I was stuck. I was neck deep in mud, and I got pulled out. And I give all praises to him because I feel like whenever I don't put him first, that's when the most shit in my life happens. And it's so easy when everything's going good.
It's a blessing you could see that, bro. That's such a blessing you could see.
You don't think you had anything to do with pulling yourself out of the mud?
There's only so much you can do. There's some things I'm pretty sure even in your career, you're just like, how did I do this? The human body and mind can only do so much. There's some things where it's just there's some situations that just happen. It can't be by chance. It can't just be, coincidental.
It never ceases to amaze.
Okay, I love how the entire argument for God is just, it can't be a coincidence. Why can't it be a coincidence? Also, yeah, maybe you did get yourself out of it. There's such a thing as when you are thinking more positively, you tend to have better results with things. Sometimes religion can give you a more positive mindset because you're putting your hope in something. Doesn't mean it's true, by the way, but putting your hope in something, and that can sometimes give you a more positive mindset, thus making you have a greater chance of obtaining success. So it could have been even something like that. There are a lot of explanations for this outside of my God.
Me how disinterested Logan is about other people's experiences in their faith. They're not asking him to convert or change.
Why isn't he showing more excitement about this? It's like you're a political channel. Shut the up.
Sharing their stories and their experiences, and he is so set on making them look ridiculous and cheapening them. This man is talking about his experiences and all the good things that have happened in his life and this massive change, and Logan is boiling it down to subscribers. Oh, got you subscribers? That's not the only thing that matters in life. Yeah, Jidon has 8 million subscribers on one of his YouTube channels, but I doubt that's the most important thing in his life. He's arguing that it's not the most. And you're sitting here oh yeah, it's just subscribers, right? Oh yeah, no, that couldn't have happened. No, you probably did. Let's just let people speak. Let them share their experiences before you jump down their throat trying to prove that everything they believe is wrong and incorrect and backwards. It's basic decency and respect to your guests and to your friends.
Your whole thing with trans issues and non-binary people is literally attempting to show how what they believe is just wrong and incorrect. You do the exact same thing.
friends. Somebody commented and said, the way Logan is trying to downplay is crazy, lol. Another person said, Jidon is very well spoken on this, utmost respect. Both of these men, even in the face of this guy that basically just wanted to troll them, they were so balanced, they were so level-headed. Yes, massive respect. And just like George, Jidon decided to fully dive into making content about what he believes in. In fact, 10 days ago, he posted a video on his main channel saying that that was going to be his last upload. He was starting a Christian channel and he was going to focus all of his efforts, all of his energy on that channel and sharing his experiences and talking about God.
Massive YouTuber by the name of Jidon announced 2 days ago that the video that he was putting out was going to be his last video on his main channel, and that he was going to be starting a new channel devoted completely to the promotion of Christianity and his faith.
Look at Logan Paul shaking his head as if he was not one of the ones who caused Jidon to do this. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, that's so sick. Yeah, you were just ridiculing him for his beliefs.
Breaking news.
Wait, he was ridiculing him, yeah, on the show. He's going to probably have respect for the guy starting off a channel based on whatever he wants to do. She's so mad. Logan Paul's like sitting there just like nodding, and she's like, ugh, look at him with his smug his little hand like stroking his little beard and just like sitting there just like thinking menacingly.
I think a lot of people were looking at that like, this is so random.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
Oh man.
like I've never seen any YouTuber.
Look at her face. Dude, now we can get mad at Brett's face, okay? Look, she's just looking for something to get mad about.
That size, just go straight, I want
Crazy
to put my whole life to the Lord.
It's just wild to me how shocked they are that this happened, that this man that they know is a Christian and takes this very seriously. They're laughing about it. Oh, this is so crazy. Can you imagine? It's so random. Like,
She's super sensitive about this subject. Whoa. Guys, she's a snowflake when it comes to the religion stuff. Oh my God. They were like, yeah, this is just so random. Wow. And she's like, listen to them just over here like laughing and chuckling. Do you think that God is literally a joke? He rose from the dead. Do you know that? He rose from the dead and you're laughing. A man rose from the dead and you're laughing.
It's that rare for somebody to, leave behind their old ways and their brand and their content for something greater, something that is obviously more important to them. And then Logan Paul just sitting there in his crime shirt is laughing his head off because obviously he is not pushed by anything greater other than purely, fame and wealth. And the fact that this is the second example of this just gives me a ton of hope. And I love it because both of these men could have totally compromised their values, even just on Impulsive with Logan. They could have rolled over and said, yeah, you're right.
I mean, the show's called Impulsive. Like, isn't it about being impulsive? Like, not holding back or mincing words? Kind of sounds like it, at least.
I'm not going to fight. They could have compromised their integrity to save those impulsive episodes, to, stay out of the fight, save their brand, stay in Logan's inner circle for the sake of fame and money, but they didn't. And I guarantee they feel better for it because when you finally let go of the need to please and be accepted by people, ridiculous people, and you start pouring energy into the things that you believe and you're passionate about, the puzzle pieces start falling together in your life. Kind of like what Jidon was trying to explain to Logan in the first place. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Comment.
That's not even religiously accurate. No, believing in God does not mean that things are going to start falling into place. Usually the Bible actually preaches that being a Christian is difficult, that you're on what they call the straight and narrow path. That's what's oftentimes talked about, actually.